Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday night, 8 p.m. It's WAOF1 round 3 of the season at Mexico. I hope I got that right. I wasn't going to get told off. I can't remember if it was round 3 or 4, but I think it's round 3. Let me just double check. I'm sure somebody will tell me in a minute anyway. Right, it is. Oh, damn, it's round 4. Of course it was. We did Canada last week, didn't we? Sprint. So it's round 4 of the season. My apologies. We are at Mexico, though. At least I got that bit right. So, full track map. 17 on the grid at the moment. Don't know if we've got anybody joining in qualifying. So, full qualifying, 50% race. As always, we've got Gonzo coming out the pits first. He's a new member, so I haven't seen him race yet. So we'll find out in a minute. A couple of two or three new, possibly more actually, probably more like 3 or 4 new members tonight. Reserving, so it's always cool. So get to see how you guys do. Just all right, oozers, calm down. I'm just getting onto the stream link myself. Posted it, or on Mark posted it. Come on. Right, share. Don't share it in the race calendar. Struggling. Right, there you go. I'm sharing it now, oozers. There you go. It's there. Let's see. Oh, cross as well. Gamer is on PC. As you can see, everybody else is on Xbox. If you're wondering where I'm looking to see that, if you look over on the standings, you see the Xbox symbol to the left of the names, and Starcat Gamers is a PC one. So that's how I can tell. Anyway, Gonzo so far looking very tidy. I do like this track. It's one of those, I like it and hate it at the same time actually. But I usually do quite well here, so I tend to quite like it. It's funny how we like the tracks that we do well at, isn't it? So, on my end, the stream ain't going. When ain't it going? Oh, that's my phone. Through the stadium then, out on the final corner, he's invalidated. Ah, damn it. Danny over the line, he's one of the new guys. I've seen him race a couple of times tonight. Both races I saw him in, he won both of them. So, I'm expecting big things. WAOF1, no offence to the other league, but this is a step up. Without doubt, as Dean crosses the line, 17-4 is our first time on the board. $120.7 from Alt 3GG. What am I going to call him? 3GG. 3 Alt. I don't know. Racing J's gone fastest now on a 17-2. Where's Sol? Coming through the tricky part. Just coming out the tricky part, rather. There's Oozers. Across the line, 119.3. Hang on, if you were doing a lap, how would you type into me? Hey, Moomin. Oh, God, what's happened to Moomin? He's out. What happened, Moomin? I missed that. Hey, Mark. Good evening. Is everything working okay, your end? The stream on my phone is frozen. It's because I'm trying to use my data, which is apparently not working very well at the moment. Souls man. If he's got rear room in. What have I told you about that? Don't do it. He's invalidated actually. Strody coming through the stadium. Started lagging a bit. Oh dear. Oh well. Hopefully I'll get the comments tonight. Strody crosses on a 17-7, goes P3. Obviously, don't forget this session is about those guys that are trying to get through down towards the lower end. It's Danny comes straight up through in the McLaren, then out the final. Oh, he's invalidated as well. What was he on a 17-5? He would have gone P3 on that time. Car seat. Just ignore car seat when he crosses the line. It'd be 116 something, I expect. If he goes 115, I'm packing it in. Here he comes. Oh my goodness me. 116.297. Carcy is Q1, mate. Jesus. Right, Danny will maybe be going again. Baz then. At the final corner. 119.1 puts him in P8 for the moment. Nicely going. Star Cat Gamer. It's one of the things I love about racing online. We're currently racing. So Star Cat Gamer is racing with us 2 PM in the afternoon for him over in Mexico. Gotta love it, haven't you? And he goes into P11 on a 121.3 for the moment. Cool by the pool. Early in the lap yet. Danny's gone up to P6 on a 17.8, so bear in mind that's his second run. 17.5 on the... was it 5? 17.5 on the first run, wasn't it? Would have put him P3, but P4 now, because Carsey's obviously done his lap. So cool, coming into this tricky section of the track. We all say we hate this section of the track, but really, really, deep down, we love those sorts of sections because they're the most challenging. And that's what we want as gamers, as racers. That's what we want. We want the more challenging bits. That's why we all love Sector 1 in Japan. That's next week, by the way, Japan. Everybody's looking forward to that one. Cool by the pool then. 17.2 goes P2, just ahead of Racing J by 0.03 of a second. Gonzo just started the lap, whereas Arsehole, he is. Racing J's retired from the session. That is in the pits, so he's happy with what he's done. It looks like we've got a car that's run out of fuel, just going through Sector 2 at the moment. Or maybe not, actually. Maybe he did have a little spin or something. So, Corporal Arsehole 119.2 put him into P11. Let's come down. Who we got going at the moment? Rocket Reed and Gonzo. So we'll go with Gonzo because he's furthest round. Who did I do last week? Rocket Reed did the hilly hot lap, didn't he? So someone else this week. Who should I pick on this week? As Alt 3GG goes second fastest on a 16.7. Gonzo then out the final corner, looking reasonable. 118.1, that puts him up into P10. And Rocket Reed will follow him at the final corner now. Looking good. 17.3 puts him up to P5, so I think that's safe. I think if you're in the 117s, I think you're safe, to be honest. I Mind you, Danny's in the 117 and he's in P10, so... Obviously the only one to get eliminated now, because we lost movement after crashing, after he lost his rear end. So only one more to go. Still on a lap. Sol just coming over sector 2 and he's found a couple attempts. So it's not going to gain him any places, but just puts him that much safer. Unless he made some sort of error in the stadium, which would see him gain a lot more time. So here he comes and improves by a quarter of a second. Stays P12, but improves the time. Carsey retires from the session. He's clearly through, so no issues there. Gonzo invalidated next run, but he's into the pits in a way. This is Danny then. He's invalidated. Freeman retires from the session in P9. So if you're in the 117s, I think you're safe here. Look, Danny's realised it's a full qualifying session, actually. Just think he's just done another race that I've just done comms on, and it was a short qualifying, so might get caught out. This is a new driver. Do the hilly hot lap in Q2. Oh dear. So, yeah, Japan is also moving. I'll be jealous next week doing comms, to be honest, because I love Japan. Now, I didn't say I was particularly good at it, but I do love it. Great track, challenging. That's what I like. Can I switch it? Why do you want me to switch it to tyres? Everybody's using softs. There you go. What are they holding the wheels on with me, man? Next to, with a twig or something. A tripod twig. Japan is definitely awesome. Love it. Shush users. So, Danny improves to a 17-1. He's up into P3. That will be safely through to the next session. Starcat Gamer then, currently the man in P16. So, he's the one to watch now. So, Uza's on a 119.3. So, Starcat Gamer needs to find 2 seconds. And he's half a second down in sector 1. Well, going by what we're watching here, I think you're probably safe, but I wouldn't feel overly safe right now. I wouldn't be sat in my garage thinking, yeah, I'm absolutely fine, let's put it that way. How long we got left? 4 minutes, so you could probably see the end of this run. He's improving now, 3/4 of a second up. Now, he was down in the first sector, unless I completely misread it, so he's got a lot more time in the closet still. So I think I'd be back out there, Oozers, just trying to nip ahead of Arsol and Baz, to be honest. So improves by 6.5 attempts, still 120.7, but we saw he's definitely got more in the locker yet. So yeah, I'm with you, Mike. I just love the challenge of it. Any tracks like that. That's why I love Spa, I love Baku, I love Singapore. I mean, that's just to name a few, but, you know, any of those sort of challenging tracks. Apart from Monaco, I despise Monaco with a passion, and that's both in the game and in real life. I just think it's the worst Grand Prix there's ever been. Oh, it's even worse now, the cars are bigger, as if overtaking one hard enough. Monaco. Now they've made the cars bigger, it's literally impossible. Just watch a procession. So, I wasn't paying attention then, so I had no idea if he was improving still or not, or whether he's just going to pit. It's coming up to the end of sector 2 now. Now he's 1.8 down, okay. Right then, let's go to Gonzo. Just crossed the line. Who else is out there? Rocket Reed's out there. On fresh softs. Surprised to see Rocket Reed out on fresh softs. Oh, Gonzo's invalidated right at the start of the lap, so that's the end of that one. Let's go to Reed then. Comes at the end of sector 2, nearly 4 attempts up. So he's on target to head into the 116s. I think I said last week that Rocket Reed was quicker than what he managed last week. I'm expecting good things from him throughout the season. Here he comes then, 6.5 attempts improvement, 116.6 puts in P2. Very nice lap from Reed. Maybe laying down a little bit of a statement there. So Baz then, Danny retires out. He's happy with what he's done, which he should be, and will be safely through. Baz, 5.5 attempts up. So moment that wouldn't gain him any positions, but it would really consolidate his time. So 3 attempts in the end for Baz. Let's go to Oozers. It's a 10th up in sector 1. Yeah, with you, Mark. I got my first ever podium at Singapore. No, I didn't. That's a complete and utter lie, isn't it? I got my first ever podium at Silverstone. In league racing, I'm talking about, obviously. Gonzo is improving. Again, it's not looking like a place gain improvement, but it's a consolidation, although I think he's absolutely fine where he is. Two attempts improvement then puts him into the 17s, 117.950. Baz not improving. Oozers, we saw him validate, didn't we? So coming around to start another lap. What about Starcat Gamer then? What's he doing on energy? Well, he ain't got no energy, so it's looking like he's going to be out on his first ever run with us. So no rocket boosters on the back of that PC driver's car, and Stroudy slightly up in sector 2, coming through the stadium. Where is he currently? He's currently P8 on a 117.797. This is a 117.494. Stays P8, but a lot closer to Dean. Just a better run there from Stroudy. Gonzo? No. Oozers. Huge improvement incoming from Oozers. He's heading well into the 118s. A little bit out of shape there, left-hander. Here's he then at the final corner. 118.747, so moves up to P14. Sorry, P13. And I think that's it. So, yep, we are just waiting for Gonzo to be pushed into the garage. But that is the end of Q1. So we're going to lose Moomin and Starcat Gamer. So, unlucky to those two. And into Q2, where we'll see who goes into the top 10 battle. The fact that P11, Gonzo is on a 117.9, you've got to think that the times to get into the top 10 are going to be somewhere in the 17s, you would assume. You're a bit more used to the track, so that might be a bit quicker as well. So, just to scroll down any instance in case they're needed. But, you have it, and I'll scroll down to the bottom. So, there we go. Well, I mean, the thing is, Carsey's gone. It's basically 4 attempts faster than Reed, and something tells me Carsey's just done that in one run, and something tells me this guy can go way into the 115s. Just realised we ain't got Meat Brawl again this week. It's a shame. Countdown is happening. So I think it's going to be tight. It's looking like the top 10 shootout's going to be massive, like mega tight, but Q2 is going to be tight as well, around that 10th spot. You've got your top guys that will, as long as they do clean laps, will get themselves through quite comfortably, but only a group that push. Just nip inside the top 10 and get into a Q3, which would be nice. Go then. Let's get the details up. So telemetry on, black data on, full track map stays up, but the others turn themselves off. Don't know why. Users just for you. Tires. There you go. Turn it back off again, so it takes up the screen. So who's going to be first to act? So, looks like it's an Aston Martin, although I think he's letting a Ferrari through. So, that must be... It's only one Ferrari, so it must be users. And Meat Bros quit league racing. Oh, a shame. He was well excited about a battle between him and Carsey for the championship as well. Somebody else will have to do it now. So Meat Bro, sorry, Meat Bro. Got him on the mind now. Oozer's gonna set our first time. So I don't know whether Oozers turns me off when he's doing a lap or not. He really should. So I'm going to do a hilly hot lap of Oozers. So here we go. Come out the final corner with the best exit you can. Long straight all the way up. This is where you're going to see 90% of the overtaking, if not more. Sorry, just exiting the pits, but well out of the way. Heavy and late on the brakes into the right-hander to open up this series of first 3 corners, left, right. Open up the steering, another straight. DRS opens now. Head down to turn 4 or turn 5, whichever it is, and this is a quick left followed by a very quick right, which you need to take very sharply, otherwise you'll run out of track on the left hand side. Double right, nicely done from Oozers there. Open up steering, good on the power, take you down into this difficult section. So we're left. Should have your wheel over the curve, which he does there. Same on the inside. Round to the right hand into left hand. Exits you out to the next straight. Pick up DRS again. Head down to the stadium. So we're right into the stadium. 4th gear round here. Get on the power as quickly as you can to head down to the... It's effectively a hairpin really. And down to 2nd for that one. Right, then into the final corner. Again, catch the nice part of the curb. Don't touch the sausage curb, whatever you do. Be careful getting on the power out the final corner. It can be a bit dodgy. And Oozers manages a 1:18.4. So a nice lap from Oozers. Gonzo straight away on a 17.3. Racing J 16.6, showing that he was capable of a lot more of what he managed in Q1. Dean heading for the line now, 17.7. Goes into P3. Who else we got? Who's this? This ISO's invalidated. Red Bull man, which is Freeman Geezy's on an outlap. Where's James? I've not seen James yet. Oh, he's just crossed the line. He must have invalidated because it's not registered at the time. It was a 1:19.2. We'll come off because he's not really got enough energy to do another lap. I said there's only one Ferrari, didn't I? Oozers. Of course, Carsey's in a Ferrari. He's on an outlap. Let's go to Reed then. Reed appears to be continuing to warm his tyres up. Maybe a bit too much traffic around there. Sol, well, what are you doing, Sol? Are you doing a hot lap for us? Oh, Sol's invalidated. So, Strady. Let's stick with Strady, because he seems to be the only one on track that's actually got a bit of room to do a lap, so everybody else seems to have they've stayed very close to each other, which is a bit silly. So, Danny goes fastest now on a 16.5, so he's showing what he can do. The honest truth, I haven't touched, other than literally doing about 3 time trial laps just to get set up, I've not touched Mexico, so I don't know how long the tyres last and things. I know you usually need quite a lot of fuel around Mexico because of the high altitude. Strady's invalidated. But other than that, I don't really know much else about it around here. So, then shows purple in the first sector. And that could be right, because he's clearly very fast, but as he doesn't have a time on the board, you can't always trust that. This awkward section. There's the DRS activation point line. When you come out, you should see the sign on the right. That's where it starts. That DRS zone there isn't really designed for overtaking as such. It's more designed to close the gap on the car ahead, ready to overtake on the main straight, but if the opportunity's there, people will take it. So Altz then goes second on 1:16.5, just 6 thousandths behind Danny. Rayton J's retired, comfortable with what he's done. I think, again, he's probably right. Who we got then? So this couple clearly didn't get proper laps in. So let's go to Sol then. I think it's my stream, guys, because on my screen, people aren't lagging. What can I do? What can I do? Is there anything I can do? There's not a lot I can do once I've started the stream, because in order to do anything, I'd have to turn it off again. Somebody did say, because I did a stream just before, and somebody did say it was lagging in that one. To be honest, I thought it was them, because I had the stream on my phone, and it was running absolutely fine, so I assumed it was them. In a way, Carsey now goes fastest on a 16.0 this time. Cool by the pool. He's invalidated. Who's this? Strady. That's an outlap. The Red Bull. That's Freeman, actually, isn't it? It is, but he's 11.5 seconds down. What about James then? He's not got time on the board yet, so here we go. Into the first series of corners. Ran a bit wide in turn 1, but affected his entry into turn 2 and 3. And I think that little kink to the right is turn 4, and this is actually turn 5 that we head down to here. To me, a corner's not a corner unless you've got to actually come off the throttle. If you can hold the throttle down, then it's not really a corner, is it? It's comes throwing it through sets of 2. That all looked very nice from James. Comes into the stadium. Pretty good. Not quite the right line, but I think it's a decent lap. It's looking at 117, I think. Yeah, 117.4. Puts in P8 for the moment. So as it stands, he's through. Look who's in P10. It's the Oozer's man. Stroudy. Oh, he's invalidated again. Come on, Stroudy, you can do this. Didn't really need to go off track there. McLaren was miles behind. But never mind. He's also on an outlap, but he'd want to know that, was he? So, oh, Danny round. He can't hang about there. Luckily, there's no other cars coming. Because it was pit entry, if he'd stayed there too long, it would have disqualified him for parking in a dangerous location. So, you can't really hang about there. Dean Bryce then. Let's see what he can manage. Yeah, should we get another tier going? So Carsey go and race on his own. Oh, Dean's round now. Something's happening. Someone's put some oil on a track or something. All spinning now. Who's this? Stroudy again then. Can he get a lap on the board this time? More importantly, does he want to put a lap on the board? Because will he have time to get round if it's not good enough? Pretty tight, wouldn't it? I'm going to say he probably would just about have enough time to be able to get round on an in lap, get in and get out quickly. Literally, new set of boots and go. But let's see, he might be good enough yet. Or is he into the pits? Typical. Baz! What can Baz do? Stroudy's teammate in the Mercedes. Looking like a 119. So 119.3 puts him ahead of Arsehole by a second into P12. Cool by the pool. Q3 regular. It's just when you get to this late stage and you ain't got time on the board, it's starting to put a bit of pressure on you. Ferrari in the background. Could be either Oozers or Carsey, actually. They're both on outlaps. Carsey's case, that's just going to be a bit of practice. Here comes Cool then, and it's just 117.8, so that puts him P10. So like I said, he's under a bit of pressure. It looks like he's got plenty of fuel, so if he can recharge the IS, he can go again. So that was Carsey on night lap. Let's just go to Carsey. As Arsehole crosses the line, 119.0, so goes P13 ahead of Baz, who's retired, has crashed in sector 2. Go on board. Oh no, it just disappeared. He was just right here on the left-hand side over there. So didn't quite get to see it. Is Carsey improving now and he's invalidated. Danny not improving. Or didn't improve on his last lap. But as I say, these guys are probably just using an old set of tyres just to have a little practice. That's something we don't want to see, though. I know he's not gaining any advantage there, but please don't cut across corners during qualifying. Gonzo starts the lap then. Currently in P6 and almost certainly safe, but actually, sorry, let's go to Oozers because he's on a hot lap a bit further round. He was slightly up in sector 1, about half a tenth. Oh! Can you believe it? Carsey is out. And Oozers spins. Carsey is out. He will start no better than P10. I missed that. I don't know where he crashed. So, one Ferrari is out due to crashing. The other has just spun and hit the wall. But I think he's got enough time, has he? Yeah, 29 seconds, so he can get back across the line. He's got over half a tank of energy, so he may be able to do something. There's Arsehole. He's just starting a lap, so we'll go with him. He's the only driver on a hot lap right now. So he just does cross the line. He is going to give it another go. What's he actually got to find? So these guys need to get above Cool by the Pool, who's on a 1:17.8. I think, yeah, Stradley's just ahead of us, but we can't, because he's not got time on the board, we can't really see what he's doing, so stick to Arsehole. He's a second down. Okay, let's go to Stradley then. Final corner. Where is he going to go? It's close, but it is enough. It goes P8. That knocks out Cool by the Pool. Oozers down in sector 1. Oh, he's further down. He's 1.8. It was always going to be difficult because he didn't have enough time left in the lap to recharge enough ERS. So it was always going to be difficult. But to be fair, P12, very, very respectable indeed. Strady through his last breath. But without a doubt, the big, big storyline of Q2 is Carsey out into a wall, and he will take no part in Q3, so we will have the 9 drivers in Q3. So Danny, Alt, Racing J, Robert Reed, Freeman, Gonzo, James, Tom Stroudy, and Dean Bryce will take part in Q3. Believe me, I'll tell you that just because he's starting P2 does not rule him out in this race. But it just means he won't take any further part in qualifying. But there we have it then. So just 6 thousandths between the top 2. That's what we want to see, isn't it? Everybody covered by 1 1/4 seconds. It's going to be a close one. I mean, looking at it, it looks like the top 4, going by their times there, so Reed, Racing J, Alt and Danny are going to be the ones that are fighting for pole position. And then it's like we've got 2 groups, isn't it? So 5th to 9th, then fighting for the rest of the places. But we can't be sure on that. There's almost always a surprise in there somewhere. So we'll see what they could do. We head into the instance, but it doesn't matter. So we head into Q3. You had no. I didn't realise that. Okay, Mark, no issues, man. I get that. Moon says it's lagging when he spectates, so it's not only me. I must admit, Movement, before I had a lot of trouble getting into the lobby. It kept telling me that I couldn't connect to the servers. So I switched off my Xbox, I switched it back on, and it still wouldn't let me on. And then all of a sudden it did. So I quickly jumped it, but that's why I was quite late getting into the lobby. So here we go then, Q3. Let's go, who is it first? It's Aston, so it's Gonzo. Who was Gonzo? Was he a bear? Gonzo the bear? Or was he a Mark's brother? Or was he both? I can't remember. Yeah, it is, mate. Very frustrating. So round comes Gonzo to start the first flying lap of Q3. I think you'll see people doing 2 runs. I don't think there's... Well, I don't know. It's quite a reasonably short track, but I don't know if there's enough time for a 3rd run in Q3. There's the odd track. If you're really fast at Austria, you can get 3 runs in. But that's the shortest lap of the season, so I think Austria's probably the only one. Maybe Monaco. But when I say you've got to be fast, you've got to literally get straight out of pits at the start of the session, into the pits, stick on a new set of tyres, go back out. You can't hang about lollygagging. So, look, decent lap so far from Gonzo. Nice exiting out of the tricky section, coming down to the stadium. Yeah, all look pretty nice. About the exit, always used a bit much curb on the entrance of the final corner, but other than that, it's been a really good lap from Gonzo, and that is why he's done his fastest lap of qualifying so far with a 1:17.0, but Alt straight away into provisional pole on a 1:16.0. Dean Bryce 1:17.6. James is a bit further around. Racing J goes P2, 1:16.3. James. Where's Freeman? Freeman's just started the lap. He's just got a toe all the way up the straight from Racing J, actually. So a little bit of work from the Red Bulls there, teamwork. Unfortunately, James has invalidated that one there. Danny. Oh, he's on an out lap. Reed. He's a lot earlier in the lap, but let's go with him. That's Freeman just ahead of us, so... And he's backed out, so yeah, we'll stick with Rocket Reed then. So he was one of the ones I suggested would be fighting up the top, so that's what we're expecting. Uses the curve nicely on entry to open it up and into, yeah, it's a pretty good line through what, as I said, is effectively a hairpin. Comes out the final corner. He's heading to 16s. The 16.2 puts him P2. Head of Racing J. Freeman invalidated, that's why he backed out. Danny then. Oh, he's round. Pushing. Not really sure what caused that. He touched the inside curve and then he touched the outside. I don't know. The balance of the car just didn't like it. spun itself round. So it's a shame. Loses his first run. Plenty of time for the next. Oh, I get it. Gonzo. Yes, a Muppet. He's not being nasty to you. Gonzo was the name of one of the Muppets. I was trying to work out where I know where I know the name Gonzo from, and that's where it's from. I was thinking, was he a bear? Was he a Marx brother? You're absolutely right, Moomin. That's where I know it from. It's from the Muppets, and I think he was a bear, wasn't he? Or was Fuzzy the bear? I can't remember. It's so long ago. So, is Danny having another go? No. I think he tried to, otherwise he would have just gone into the pits, but clearly something's meant he's backed out. And just using maybe this lap as practice. He had the time to use it, I suppose, didn't he? Oh, he's purple cube. Sets of 2. He is into the pit stops. Okay, so let's go to... Who's this? Steam, where is he? Right. Driving very slow for starting the lap. Hang on, we got the Red Bulls. Freeman's invalidated. Racing J's on an out lap. So let's take Dean. No, he's going into the pits. Oh, for goodness sake. Somebody do a lap for me. Yeah. Yeah, I said it did. It looked like a good lap, Gonzo. And in all fairness, I think you took a bit too much curb on the final corner as well. It looked like you caught the sausage curb a little bit on the final corner. But, yeah, you would have gone to the 116s otherwise, definitely. We'll never know what Carsey could have... I'm sure Carsey would have been in the 115s. It's so... it's so debilitating when somebody is setting laps that's as good as your TT or very close to it, and you still think they're sandbagging a little bit. it's devastating. But he is... Well, the last I saw, he was 11th on the global list for Mexico. Last I saw. But I have to say, I wouldn't use his setups, because I actually tried one of Carsey's setups for Imola earlier on, and I didn't make it 2 corners before hitting a wall, so... Oh, and Racing J invalidates, takes out a few corner signs to show his frustration, gets a bit of polystyrene over the track. Rocket Reed. Anybody else on a hot lap? No, so it's Reedy. So it's 116.2 at the moment. It's 0.18 off of Alt, who's, as at the moment, stayed in the pits. And the reason why I say Carsey would have almost certainly got a 115 is because I usually find I'm about 7 tenths off my TT, and I believe Carsey is a 15 flat around here, unless it's changed since I saw it, but I think he was 15 flat. So 7 tenths down on that would be 115.7. Really then, it's looked like a nice lap. Let's see if the time agrees. when he does improve, he improves by 0.004 of a second. I think that's a man that's really got everything out of his lap, and he's done stunningly well in qualifying today. Superb performance. Danny then looking to get that lap on the board. Here comes 1:15.7 from Danny. So Danny into the 1:15s. I knew this lad was quick, that's why I invited him in. But I have to admit, I didn't realise he was that quick. Very, very impressive. And that tells me, Danny, that in that other league, you're playing with them. Absolutely playing with them. And just to say that he told me this is one of his bad tracks. He said, I've got to do 2 of my bad tracks today, because he had Bahrain in the previous race at 6. Mexico now. And he said there are two of my bad tracks in the same night. Lovely. I think that would have made Carsey sit up and take notice a little bit. It's just a shame that Danny unfortunately can't commit to every week. That's the only thing. Hopefully he'll make most, but he can't commit to it, so that's his only issue. But there we go. I have to say, he surprised me a bit there. I knew he was quick, but I didn't know he was that quick at all. Strody then, the only one not with a time on the board at the moment. If he's going to gain any places, he's going to get nicely into the 1:17s. Freeman in 8th at the moment on the 1:17.7. Strody then. Just keeping an eye on the timings board because there is some other cars. I think a Red Bull. So that must be Freeman. Spun it in the stadium section. He's around here somewhere. I can't. Oh, he's just ahead of us. Okay. So here comes Strady then. Up into P5, a 1:16.8. Strady gets into the 16s as well. James, he's not improving. So I think that's it then. So Danny takes pole position on his debut of a 1:15.7. Alt improved up to 1:15.8 to take P2. Rocket Reed P3. Racing J P4. Strady 5. Gonzo 6. Dean 7. James 8. Freeman in P9. And as we know from Q2, Carsey will start P10. So, nice job from these guys, and massive congratulations to Danny on that pole position. That's very, very impressive. And let's just have a quick look at instance. That's all there is. So, it's not bad, is it? And there you have it. So, well, the gap of these top 4. Well, the top 4 particularly means they're going to stay tight to each other. Racing J will, because his race pace is always brilliant, so he will be able to stay on the back of these guys, so I've no doubt about that at all. But we could be in for some race here. Because the gaps after that as well are really close as well, so we kind of got to... Hopefully we're going to have what we want for the league, which is battles going throughout the field. So guys, we'll take a break. Please do not ready up. We are taking a break. So, what time is it? It's 56. So users will tell you when to go. But I guess it'll be just after 9 o'clock. Okay, I'm going to take a break myself. and I'll be back with you shortly. See you in a bit. Right, hello everyone. He's back, and we're counting down to the start. So, after a mighty close qualifying, brilliant qualifying. In fact, let's see. Shout yet, Gonzo, fair play man. First race, P6, New Mexico. Good land, good race. Good quality, I mean. Um, Now then, they're doing a formation lap first, of course, so I'm going to... if it lets me... Yeah, good night, Dad. going to take a quick look at the... Have the drivers... Now, and it more, I don't know for you, so I will just tell you. So, at the moment, 52 points from Moomin on 5th, P3 on 32 with Mark on 30. Neither of those with us tonight, so a real chance for the guys behind. Liam Ash not with us either. So, Gaza not with us either. Cool by the Pool, Freeman, all these. And also. Right. Okay, we won't take a look at the constructors. They're already round the formation lap lining up. That's how long light stream takes, you see, when you've got to do it on your phone and you can't use a laptop. Hey ho, it is what it is. If we have a safety car, we can always take a look at the constructors' safety car. So, it should be off your screen now in a way. So here we go. Camera angle, I think. The lights, the screen just lags a little better, but Racing J has absolutely flown off the line. Oh, it's lagging all over. It's really bad. Oh, we got people in a wall. Oh, Racing J, Alt, and Stroudy are all in the wall at the start of the race. Oh, it's right when I don't know what happened, guys, because I'm hoping you saw it, but I was trying to stop my game from lagging, so I was looking away, so I completely missed it. So that means we got away. Danny leads. Gonzo has moved up to P2. Get the tyres up. Gonzo's moved up to P2. Dean Bryce all the way up to P3. Reed in P4. James up to 5. Freeman up to 6. Oozer's running in 7. Ahead of teammate Carsey in P8. So we just must have flown off the line there. Cool by the Pool 9. Soul in 10. Moving up to 11. Arsehole 12. Banjo? Baz the Ninja 13. And Star Cat Gamer in 14. But this is a full safety car. Just confirming it's a full safety car, not a virtual, as it sometimes brings out at the start of a race. So the top three currently all on hard tyres to start this race. Reed has gone for the mediums. Then James on hards, Freeman and Oozers mediums, everybody else on hards except Carsey, who's just pitted for softs, and Starcat Gamer, who's pitted for mediums. So obviously Carsey opts in for softs. That's going to be with the intention, I would assume, of helping him get through the field a bit. But I can't believe he would have pitted unless he picked up some damage, so I can only assume he's picked something up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on tonight, but I can't. I'd like to be able to watch the stream, or not watch the stream, but have it open so I can see people's comments like I've been doing through Quali. But it won't run. For some reason, it's not running off of my mobile phone data, and if I put it onto my Wi-Fi, then on my game it starts lagging like mad. So I'll just have to put up with that. Put up with it how it is at the moment. We're just waiting for StarCat Gamer to catch back up. He pitched it to the mediums. Carsey's back in, so he's done a switcheroo on the tyres to get a new wing. So he's probably going back to the tyres he started on, which were the hards. So there you have it. Still comes out P13. Will. There we go. So clearly what he did there was just use the set softs to go to get new wing, do another lap, go back to the hard tyres. So he's back on his original starting strategy. Obviously a little bit further down the field. He was P8 previously, but it's early days. He's still in the Grand Prix, so it is what it is. Shame for the three that are out, but these things do happen, unfortunately. Right, safety car in. We restart. Sorry to the guys that are around. I can see there's some chat going on in Discord, but as one of you has mentioned, these things happen in races and it goes on. And we have to continue. So Danny gets us back underway. Just trying to look back down, see that everybody's getting off okay on the restart. This is movement. A little look at Sol. The inside just to break him. Oh, there's a bit of contact. He's caught the Alfa Romeo in front. Cool. Frustrating for Cool. He's been called up there. No fault of his own. Concentration on battle. Oh, what's happened to Danny? Danny's round in sector 2. So Gonzo takes the lead of the race. All sorts happening here. And Gonzo now leads the Mexican Grand Prix from Dean Bryce from Rocket Reed. Let's go to Reed. I do apologise. Apparently, Mexico doesn't give you, like this, doesn't give you the best camera angles in the world. It was fine on F1-21, why didn't they just use the same ones? So Reed up into P2 then, gets ahead of Dean Bryce. 5 pitters after the restart. So, StarCat Gamer in. Again, Cool Butterpool, Carsey, Danny, Baz, all into the pits. Allowing these guys to get away. Carsey goes to Sauce. The other 3 all go to mediums. And I was just wondering if Carsey was first out. He wasn't. StarCat Gamer was. So Carsey gets past StarCat Gamer straight away. So he's going to be very quick now for the next few laps. I have to say, something is struggling. It's definitely lagging about on my screen, and I mean on my game screen, so not the And it could be me. Perhaps something's going on with my internet tonight. I don't know, but again, these things happen. There's not much you can do about it, especially when we're 6 laps into a race. So 5 laps in even. Right. So Kersey 29 seconds back from Corporal Arsehole. That gap's going to come down pretty quickly. I don't know what strategy from here is going to be on softs. It's difficult because you know there's every chance another safety car could happen. We got over 30 laps to do, so you know it's possible, but you can't really base a strategy on whether a safety car is going to go out or not. So it is difficult. Starcat game we're in again. Why is he pitting again? New wing required. Here is Rocket then. He's caught the back of Gonzo. Obviously Rocket starting on the medium tyres, so he's got the tyre advantage at the moment. As I say, I've not done any races yet in 22 around Mexico, so I'm a little bit in the dark how long the tyres will last, but I'm guessing it's something like 16 laps on mediums, 20 on hards, or a close variation of that somewhere. At the moment, Kersey's already got the gap down to 24 seconds, and if he gets on the back of Corporal Arsehole, then he's back in the race. So, Movement gets ahead of Soul up into turn 1. So, Movement, see, having to do a bit of a recovery drive. Soul picks up a penalty there as well. It's up to P7. After qualifying, of course, Movement having to do a bit of a recovery drive, but so far, so good. Maybe sort of cheered on a bit by the fact that his championship rival at the moment has unfortunately out of the race on lap 1. Reed then gets past Gonzo to take the lead of the Mexican Grand Prix. He's in with a great chance today, Reed, isn't he? If he just keeps it in a straight line. I mean, apart from the corner. Don't keep it in a straight line on the corners, turn around the corners, but you know what I mean. Keeps it in the right direction, there you go, that's better, isn't it? So, Gonzo will have got DRS back. He's having a look at the inside, he's having a look to the outside. They're now side by side, and in fact, Gonzo gets the place back. Now, that's what I said in qualifying. That's the problem with going for an overtake on that sort of short back straight after sector 2, or where sector 2 ends, because you're straight away vulnerable again on the main straight. So you're better off just use that short straight as just a way to get on the back of the car ahead, and wait to overtake on the main straight instead. But Reed, if he can get past and hold it for a lap, then he's going to have a very short window where his medium tyres are still stronger to try and break away a bit. Oh, and there's a crash. Soul is out. Oh, McCarthy here. It's full track yellows, and that is a safety car. Well, that's music to Carsey's ears, because he can now not only catch the back of the field again, but he can pit again. Soul leaves the session. Fortunate for him. The territory, we've got some medium guys pitting, so is this the territory where they can pit and go to the end on the hard tyres? I would presume so. I'm guessing probably a little bit later on would have been ideal for that, but bearing in mind, first couple of laps will be done under safety car. So in comes Arsehole, in comes Carsey. So guys, if you are commenting on the stream, I do apologise. I've turned it off because it just wouldn't play for me, so I wasn't seeing anything. Starcat Gamer has gone on to intermediate tyres. He's not... I mean, no, but... I'm just going to tell this how it is. That's not acceptable to go onto intermediate tyres. If it's an accident, it's an accident. If it's an accident, you'll be next lap. If it's not, and he's been a bit silly, that's not going to be accepted. Nobody cares that he's not quick. That's not an issue. We don't... Oh, goodness me, what was going on there? Who was all that, then? So he's stuck... Oh, I see. So he's stuck between Moomin and Freeman, but... Why did he slow down on that corner and make Rocket Reed come to a stop, which meant Freeman went past Rocket Reed? It's gonna... Well, this sort of thing to be looked at. He's back into the pits again. And he's back onto hard tyres. At least he's pitted the first lap. Maybe it was just an accident, but... Say, nobody cares about pace. We're not assholes like that. We don't care about pace. Just that you drive fairly. That's all. Drive fairly. Drive responsibly. Drive to the rule book, basically. So look at this so far. Oozer's in P3. Only thing with Oozers here is, I mean, awesome. He's up into P3. I love to see it, but at the same time, I just think Arsehole must have had a spin there because Carsey's gone past him. I think he must have had a little spin. Yeah, as I say, the only thing for Oozers is he stayed out on the medium tyres that he started the race on. Now, bear in mind, these medium tyres that people are on, well, that he's on, because all the other that started on mediums are pitted. So they've done 2 safety cars now, so they're not actually as worn as 9-lap race medium tyres would be. So they've probably got a bit of a longer lifespan going on than what they should have. As Gonzo gets ready to get us going again. And he's gone, and Dean's got a run on him. Wow. And Oozers has. Oh, they can cross 3 side by side. No, when they move out of the slipstream of Gonzo, they're struggling to then keep the straight line speed. So, in the slipstream they were catching him, but as soon as he moved out the slipstream, he started getting away again or holding the gap. Which may suggest Gonzo's gone with a bit of a lower downforce setup. So... I don't know, Strady. I don't know, mate. I've just seen that. That might have been ages ago, that message. Sorry. Right, I've opened the stream back up, so we'll see if I can get any comments. My apologies if I've missed anything. Probably have. The Oozers... Oh, what's the full course yellow for? Now it's James. On his debut. Oh, he did brilliantly in quali as well, did James. I can't see where it is. He might have been cleared before I looked up. Because I was getting the stream back open. But, come on, guys. It's our 3rd safety car. And we're only a 3rd into the race. Standard of driving in this league is usually, or so far this season, has been outstanding. I'm just going to check some up a minute. No, safety car's on. See, that makes it even worse really. I mean, safety car is correctly unreduced. So Amber still got 3 safety cars, and that ain't not good going, that. So, and to be quite honest, of all the tracks that I think that might happen, Mexico is not one of them. I'll lose the session. To be quite honest, Mexico is usually a really fantastic clean race, so it's not great it's happening here, guys, but never mind. These things do happen some weeks. You can't be at their best every single week. Let's just hope when this safety car comes in, gets continuous racing. It'd be nice. I was just seeing what happens to James there. I really don't have a clue. I'm going to stop looking away from the screen though, because every time I look away, something seems to happen. There you are. You can all blame it on me. It's my fault because looking away from the screen. Can you believe that Carsey, found himself a long way off the back of the pack at one stage, somehow because of safety cars, he's now ahead of Rocket Reed, who led this race for a short bit, admittedly, but led this race at one point, has been P2 for a long time, and due to a pit stop is now behind Carsey. Hardly seems fair sometimes. Oh, it was joined. Was it joined? Safety car stays out. So, this will be the last lap under safety car though, so we'll get going again lap 15. So, 22 laps remaining as my game lagged all over the place. Right there. So, I'm Starcat Gamer in P12. He is a lap down, and that is Corporal Arsehole behind him. But yeah, Starcat Gamer is a lap down, but with the way things are going, just keeps it on track for the whole race. He could potentially end up with a point at the end or something. So, Gonzo will lead us away again. All the hard. Sorry, so Gonzo, Dean, and Moomin all started on hards and have remained out on them. Oozer started on mediums. He still remains out on those. He's not getting tempted into a pit stop. Getting ready to go racing again. Be a bit careful around here on safety car restarts, because you really do end up bunching up again because of the slow stadium section, you do end up very close to the car in front, so just advised to stay a bit cautious. As Dean looks to see if he can get the same run, but actually look at Oozers, he's flown out of the final corner. He's getting a double toe. He goes to the inside, he goes to the outside. Not quite able to do it. Again, it just seemed that once he comes out of the toe, because Dean's getting a toe, he then loses the pace. So we stay as is. Oh, by the pool up the inside of Rocket Reed. And he's made that. It's a nice overtake from Cool up into P7. So currently on 10 lap old mediums, but most of those laps under safety car, so he's probably still feeling pretty fresh as Freeman and Moomin are fighting for P4. Oh, that's a spin, it's Cool. He's going to have to stay. Oh, his teammate hits him. Oh, did he not see him? Oh my goodness. I'm just blown away by that. We're on safety car number 4 now. Gonzo, I don't know, mate. This is unbelievable. Unfortunately, that one was just a simple spin, which I call by the pool. It's after he finished spinning, he was stuck in the middle of the track, couldn't move, and unfortunately, his teammate has come around the corner and gone straight into him. But all I can tell you, Gonzo, this is not what it's normally like at all. The racing in this league is usually outstanding. It really is. Just having one of those weeks. We've already had more safety cars in this race than we've had all season. But if you want some good news, you can only actually get one more, because you can only have 5 in a race. So if one more occurs, at least you know it's out of the way. So Gonzo still leads the way. Surely they're gonna. No, they're actually under safety car now. They've reached the safety car. If we were to, hopefully, touch wood when I say this, but if we were to get another one, they need to dive into the pits, because there couldn't possibly be another one after if we do have a 5th. I mean, Oozers must be starting the lap now, or possibly even last lap, where he was probably due to pit. But his tyres are probably a lot fresher than they're meant to be at this point. Yes, I didn't see what caused the 3rd safety car. It's something to do with when James retired, but I didn't see what happened to him. So, but other than that, the 3 that I have seen were all required. It's not as if the game's bringing out safety cars too easily. The safety car was definitely required for the other 3 times. So on that one, I didn't see what happened to him, but I would assume it was probably required. Look at the Ferraris after that. Quite frankly, horrendous qualifying for them. I say horrendous for them. It's horrendous for Carsey. Oozers qualified well. But they're now running P2 and P4. And Aston Martin doing what they seem to do every week and just getting on with it. And they're currently running P1 and P3. safety car is in this lap. Let's hope this time is the last time. What's this? So we always use the cinematic camera. Q-burst. Switch between them. So away we go again. And it looks to me like Carsey's got a run here. Not quite going to get it up there, is he? But, see, not willing to use his ERS on an attempt on a restart. Not quite sure why the gaps spread out like that, but here we are. Oh, Danny. Sorry, Danny. Almost forgot you was there. Dean goes at the inside of Corporal Arsehole into P9, and he's straight away going to get after Baz. See if he could do the same. Only person on still running that has a penalty, Dean. Here he goes, moves to the inside, side by side, no contact made, and still side by side. This is difficult going into the stadium side by side. Looks like Dean's exited the final corner just about ahead of Baz. It looked like good racing. I didn't. If they did touch, it was a tiny little touch. So, which going through that section, to be fair, you'd expect really. As is that Corporal Arsehole's just jumped both of them. Dean hits the back of him. Hits the back of him again. How did Corporal Arsehole manage that? He's just jumped both of them. Sorry, just to look a bit further up. Carsey attacking movement for P3. Side by side. Carsey just ahead, movement as the inside, but he files in behind the Ferrari. Probably sensible. Gonzo. So great restart. Now surely users will not battle Carsey here in favour of the team. Not while he's on 18 lap old mediums in a way. So Carsey manages to get into P2. Well, just under half the race remaining. 3 seconds behind Gonzo. No offence to Gonzo, but we're going to see that gap gradually disappear. It just jumped up 4 attempts for some reason. Users has a cheeky little look up the inside of his teammate, but does foul in behind. User's job now is to defend from Rocket Reed, because Rocket's going to the end from here, whereas Users definitely isn't. And I honestly don't know about Carsey. As far as I'm aware, Mexico isn't particularly heavy on tyres. It wasn't in 21, so I assume it's still the same. Oh, we've got somebody round. It's Rocket Reed. Oh, he's reset to track. And that's the game reset to track. It does sometimes. He's lost his front wing, so it's going to require a pit stop. But at least he's still going. Maybe a penalty in the offing though for resetting to track. Okay, so full course yellows, just to confirm that this is not a full safety car, this is a VSC. So Gonzo decides to pit under the VSC. It's just the right time. Mooman pits. Obviously we knew Rocket Reed was going to pit. didn't really have any other choice, these guys. They had to get off the starting tyre, so it was the right time in a way. So better to do it under VSC than full race conditions. Quite frankly, I'm amazed Users hasn't pitted. Some 20 lap old mediums. As Arsehole picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding under VSC, and away we go once more. So this is Danny attacking the back of Oozers. Needs to be patient. The car ahead on very, very worn tyres. Bit of contact, but Danny does get past. And Freeman's going to follow him through as well. Users has to pit. Those tyres are clearly gone. Surely he's going to pit. He's not. He's going to carry on. Well, I'm a little surprised. There's a lot of opportunities to pit now. He's having a great race. He's doing a great job as Uzos, but a lot of opportunities to pit. Let's see. Nice row of cars forming here. Just looking through the field. This is the battle basically. You can go to Dean and Freeman for P3. So Dean's still got a penalty. But Dean on 6-lap old mediums to Freeman's 12-lap hard. So huge tyre advantage right now for Dean. Fancy that both of them are going to the end. I don't think you'll see either of these pit before the end. Unless it's one of those late ones where everybody jumps in for softs. Gives a late safety car or something. Just go on board with Dean. Oh, gets a bit of oversteer. Saves it. Now, DRS is active, isn't it? So, there we go. There it is. Should be a textbook. Waved by as Corporal Arsehole is in to take his drive through. And Dean holds that. He'll also get the DRS here, of course. It's a double DRS zone, so he gets it here as well. Should help him just get away a little bit. Although, of course, Freeman gets the tow. He's not going to get away fully. It looks like Dean's got that done. And you'd think with his much fresher medium tyres, so Freeman's tyres, that he should be able to create a bit of a gap through the corners as well. Let's change further down. Gonzo back up into P6 now, gets out of Baz. So I think you'll find that I can't be 100% sure on this, but I think Carsey probably is going to the end. I don't think he intends on pitting. Unless his tyres are actually literally going to blow up, then he will try and push those mediums out to the end. Oh, we lose Corporal Arsehole. That could be a safety car. That is a safety car. We have the 5th and final safety car. So, Oozers, if you're listening to me, pit, because there will be no more safety cars. But, my apologies for viewers. This is horrendous, to be quite frank. It's almost like it started with a disaster, and it's just caught on and continued throughout. It does seem like every time someone spun, apart from the one we saw where Rocket spun, seems like every time somebody else has had a little spin to themselves, it's ended up in a retirement and a safety car. So, Arsehole lose the session. It's just a slight worry of new drivers. We had 4 new drivers in tonight, and they're going to think, oh, if it's like this every week, I'm not going to do it. But it's really not like this every week at all. This is race 4. We've had all 5 safety cars in this, which is more safety cars than we've had in the first 3 races put together. Easily more safety cars than the first 3 races put together. This car seat comes in, switches to softs to go to the end. And presuming we do a couple of laps under safety car, that should be pretty easy to do. Oozers does the same, so he's gone really long. Oozers is actually going to pull off a 1-stop medium to soft strategy on F1 2022. He's needed 5 safety cars to allow him to do it, but he's going to do it. Those masterclass strategists down at Ferrari really pulling it off this week. Moomin also changes to soft tyres. It's not a bad situation for someone like Gonzo on 4-lap old mediums. If he could stay ahead of the soft guys for the early part of the stint, the softs will go off pretty quickly. They're not gonna. They'll lose a lot of time each lap on those softs. So later in the stint, I think they will reach a point where Gonzo's mediums are just as good. It's just whether he can get past Freeman and Dean well enough. Of course, he does have a penalty. I'd forgotten that, but. Well, here we go then, just Moomin to catch up, so we're going to go another lap, but Moomin should be on the back then. Almost on the back now, to be fair. So Baz pits. It's sensible from Baz. 14-lap old hards coming off. Fresh set of softs going on. So, as Reed also pits, and old medium tyres coming off, fresh softs going on. Kind of feel sorry for Reed. We know he had that one spin and he lost his wing because of that, so obviously that was his issue. But other than that, he's had a good race. And he doesn't deserve to be currently last of the people still running with the race he's had, quite frankly. So, I have to say, Gonzo's been superb today. And Freeman's giving it a great go as well. We'll see how he can cope with the guys on the younger tyres. But he holds onto a podium, it'd be an incredible result. And Dean's been great as well. Obviously all these guys with penalties, so the fact that they got 5 drivers behind on fresh softs could make it difficult for them. Hey Cladvarus. I hope so, mate. Finally pitted. He's now second in terms of the guys on the soft tyres. See if we can hold off movement and they restart. And that restart is about to happen. Freeman. So here we go. Oh, look at the run that Gonzo's got. That's great. Using a lot of VRS to get this done. He's got the extra grip of the medium tyres. But he does have it done. And up into P2. He's going to go straight about attacking Dean as well. It's a little love tap from Dean. He has come out in P2 though. It's going down. We've got to set to 1 yellow. It's movement. Something's happened to movement in the first 2 corners. Gonzo desperately want to get past because his real fight today, genuinely, his real fight is actually with Carsey right now. And the sooner he can get past and start to get out the road, the more chance he's got. So, yeah, all good, Cladvirus, thank you. And I hope you are too, man. And, oh, Dean has a moment. Gets out of sorts on the final corner, and that's going to allow Gonzo and Carsey through. So Carsey surely now, with his fresh sauce, is going to get after Gonzo. But I have to say, it's an incredibly impressive debut from Gonzo. Reed up into P7 now. He's got a little way to catch up to Oozers, 3 seconds behind, so let's see how it goes. It's a bit less than 3 seconds, but at the moment, Oozers is a bit stuck on the back of Freeman. And Carsey, my apologies for missing it, guys, but Carsey already up into P1, and you would think with fresh softs he's going to extend that lead. There may be a point later in the stint where the softs are a bit rough, but you would imagine that the lead will grow too large by the time that happens. Danny on the back of Dean here. You kind of feel... The thing is, at the moment, I feel like there's 4 drivers on track that all deserve podiums, and of course, 4 in the 3 don't go. For me, those drivers are Carsey, Danny, Reed, and Gonzo. But as Gonzo gets back ahead of Carsey, he's done that in the second DRS zone part. So let's take a quick look at the penalty. I'm sure actually Gonzo, yeah, he's got 8 seconds. So he's going to be kicking himself for those penalties. As it stands right now, they're really going to hurt. But obviously still 8 laps left, so plenty of time for him to separate out a bit. As you see, Gonzo at 5 to be leading this race. Carsey's coming under attack from Danny. Is something wrong with Carsey? He's definitely with us. It's not into the pits. He's fallen 2.3 seconds off of Gonzo, so... Not quite sure. Moon's just made a place up on Baz. Simple overtake under DRS. And Danny is up into P3. Dean is having a look at Carsey now. He goes past. I genuinely have no idea what's wrong with Carsey. Surely the soft tyres aren't dead yet. Really not sure, guys. Let's go to this battle in a way. This is for P2. When I say it's for P2, this is for the win, really. This is for the lead. Because, as we know, Gonzo's got 8 seconds. So... He's falling behind Freeman. They got Rocket all over the back of him. What do you mean, can't they switch cars, Cloudvirus? Carsy's just left the session. Something's got to have happened to him. There's no way he's just fallen off the pace like that. I'll invite him back. This car's now dropped all the way to the back. Really not sure what's going on there. No, they can't do that, Cloudvirus, no. Was that Carsy rejoining then? Something come up at the bottom of the screen, I missed it. Right then, Danny, surely this time. Let's go on board with Danny. DRS now. Really gaining now. Goes to the outside for turn 1. I'll give him the inside of turn 2. As you can see. And that will give him the place. He'll pick up the DRS here as well. To help him extend that lead out. There we have it. The game. Oh, I assume it's the gamer's pitted car seat. He does appear to be there. So I think he's back with us. He may have rejoined as the AI was pitting him. It's Rocket Reed now on the back of Freeman. He's another one. What a job Freeman's done today as well. No, he obviously don't want... Oh no, Oozers! Oh, Oozers has lost it in Sector 2. So close to the end of the race. Oh, Oozers. He's round here. He's on the left-hand side there. Ah, Oozers, man. Oh, for great points as well. Obviously, guys, there will be no safety car. We've had 5 safety cars, so it cannot be another safety car. Reed has gotten past Freeman. Oozers, you shouldn't leave the session, mate. You're the host. You're the hostess with the mostess. Well, I thought you were, but it's not... maybe you weren't then, because it's not coming up my great and host. As Dean gets past... Oh, what's happened to Gonzo? He's lost his wing. Oh, man. Ah, no, this is harsh. Gonzo does not deserve this. This man deserved to win this Grand Prix on track. Even if it was taken off him on penalties, he deserved to win it on track. And it's gone from his clutches now. To the pits he comes. Moomin then having a go at Freeman. Freeman on those 24 lap hold hards now. Carsey. Well, Carsey's definitely back with us. He's just set the fastest lap with a 1:16.9. He's doing his best to try and close that gap, but 14 seconds left to gain. I just don't know what happened to him. I saw when he left, obviously I invited him back, but before that I don't know what happened to him. What was looking like a great day for Ferrari. It's just completely fallen by the wayside. And it looks like Danny's going to take what will be his second win of the day, because he drove a race I commentated on at 6 and won that one at Bahrain. It's now looking like winning this one here at Mexico. Mind you, every time I say things are looking great for someone, they crash, so maybe I should shut up. Here he is, leading away. Oh, Rocket! He's reset to track again. Someone tell that guy he's not allowed to do that. Well, this makes it... finding this really difficult to go with for driver of the day. Danny's penalty free, and look, he's going to win the race. But you've got to think through the whole race, and who's not made mistakes. And for me, I think at the moment I'm leaning towards Dean Bryce for that, but we'll find out. But let's just keep watching to the end, because something might happen yet. How much Carsey's closed that gap? He cut down to 6 seconds. That was 14 seconds 2 laps ago. 5.5 seconds. 5.3. Shoved a rocket up his ass, I think. Well, we're not going to have any battles leading in the final lap. Freeman's the closest. Well, no, he's not actually. Baz is the closest to the car ahead. It was Rocket Reed, but of course that's... Reed never pitted, did he? So he's still driving without a wing. Probably sensible. He's probably going to finish higher up by doing that rather than pitting. So, there we go. Danny then comes into the stadium one more time. The fireworks are going off. Round into the final corner. Here he comes to cross the line for victory in Mexico. Dean Bryce, P2. Mooman crosses the line and stays P3. Freeman for P4. Rocket Reed with no wing. Racing home. Baz is going to be promoted here. So Baz is going to finish P5. Rocket Reed P6. Carsey 7. Gonzo in P8. And my God, do I feel for that man. What a race he's driven. And just one mistake at the end is costing what would have been victory on track. Although Danny would have won it on penalties. But it would have been a P2 for Gonzo. But what a shame for him, but he's still given an absolutely fantastic showing of himself, though, on the first race. Unfortunately, the league's not done that for him, but well done, Moomin. I'll speak to you in a minute. It's unlucky users. You drove an absolutely fantastic race, man. You didn't deserve that, and again, I'll say it again, Gonzo didn't deserve falling down like that, and let's see a lot of penalties. The fastest lap did go to Carsey, of course, after putting on those softs at the end, and 1:16.996. Just scroll through them. Go to the race director. And scroll through those incidents. There we have it. Let's get back to here then. Let me invite these guys in. Doubt Danny knows that we do this, but let's invite him to party. Dean and Mooman will know. There's the invite sent out. Okay. Dean and Moomin. I have invited Danny, guys, but I don't. Being a reserve, I don't even realise as we do this. But if you two could include your audio, I'll invite him again.
Sure.
Right. Well, we won't hold on because to say, I don't even know if he's got a microphone, so we'll carry on. Well, Moomin, P3.
Yeah.
Well done. Oh, Danny has joined. Excellent. Danny, if you could just include your audio, mate, please.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Moomin. So, P3. I don't know where that came from. I mean, it could have been any position at any point. To be honest, it was just what a ridiculously unbelievable race. Just how did it go from your point of view? I mean, you did keep out of trouble in the most part. To be fair.
Yeah. Started last, not good. Had a really good start. Also saw a lot of people crash out before the first turn. A lot of safety cars, too many safety cars, from my opinion.
All 5 were used.
I was all over the race in the positions. When I lost pit stop for the softs, I also had a 5-second penalty that I served. So I really believed I would lost because. But then the pace at the end was really good, and I saw an unlucky Oser spun off in front of me. I was like, no, Oser.
Yeah.
But it was really good. It was I had so much fun, and it was around me. It was really clean. So good game, guys.
It's strange that way sometimes, isn't it? Where around you it seems absolutely clean, and everywhere else there seems to be chaos going on.
Yeah, I don't know. But also I spun at the end when I was after Osers before the final pit stop. I went off track and
turn 1, wasn't it, I think.
Yeah. So, but I'm really glad with the result.
Okay. Yeah, well done, man. Congratulations.
Who is driver of the day, by the way?
Well, I'm about to speak to him. So, Dean, P2.
Perfect.
Congrats, you are a driver of the day. Yes. Mainly because I think you were possibly the only one that didn't spin. So, well, at least if you did, I didn't see it. So don't tell me you did now, because I'm about to change my mind. Yeah,
he did
definitely
good.
deserves a shout out. This Gonzo, he had a great race. Just unfortunate, but yeah. Well, P2 man, you get the extra point for driver of the day as well. So congratulations on that, and it's going to be good for the championship. But yeah. Oh wow! Oh, well, there you are.
You stole it from me.
Okay, well, I'm going to come to our new driver, Danny. Congratulations on the win, mate. Your second race win of the day.
Yeah.
I get like 1 every 3 months. You get 2 in 1 day. That's just horrible. But no, fair play, man. Again, I think you had a spin quite early on in the race. But other than that, you just kept it clean, basically, from what I saw, and it paid off.
Yeah, I had a spin after the first safety car. I had the first lap, I had really bad rear tire temperature, and I just spun in the middle sector and put it in the wall, which was really unfortunate. because the race
Yeah.
could have been a lot easier if I didn't do that. So that
Yeah.
was really annoying. But then I kept it clean, tried to not get penalties because I knew people will pick them up, and then in the end they might pay off for you even if you finish behind them. So that's what I tried to do, not get over the limit. But
Yeah.
middle way through I had Cars in front of me, but he got really unlucky because I literally could not keep up with him, and then the game decided to literally screw him over. So a bit
Yeah.
pissed for him.
Yeah.
So that could have been a lot more deserved. And I also have to apologize to Dean because I think I nearly put him into the wall in the last corner, which was my bad, which was not my intention at all. I was just pushing to stay with Carsey on the soft, and it didn't work at all. Like, I was just way too slow for that. So, really happy. I mean, I'm happy. I got the second win of the day, and I'm really KO now. Like, 3 hours of racing, like, I'm done.
Ready for bed, yeah. I'm the same after speaking for that long. But I mean, congratulations to you, Friad. Yeah, I think you're right. Carsey deserves a shout out. That's really unlucky for him. I'm not really sure what happened. I eventually saw it. It said he left the lobby, so I invited him back, and he did get back in. But he was already down to last place by the time he got back in, so he put some new soft. Well, I think the AI pitted him to new softs, and then he put in the fastest lap. But and Gonzo as well, and Oozers as well. So just really unlucky for those three. But these things happen. That's why we love racing, kind of. Okay, well, guys, the views have been fantastic. I'm sorry it wasn't the best race of the season. As I said, we've had 5 safety cars. That's more than we've had in all of the other races combined. So these things happen. I'm surprised it happened in Mexico because it's usually a good, clean race. But say these things happen, and we'll be back for Japan next week. So what could possibly go wrong there? Excellent.
My favorite track also.
It's one of my faves.
Oser's
I'm not very
favorite
good at
track
it,
also.
but it's still one of my favourites. Yeah, he loves it. He loves Japan. Right, okay. Well, thanks to everybody that's watched along with us, and thanks to everybody who watches it back. The views have been outstanding the last few weeks, so thank you very much for that. And we'll see you again next week, as say Japan, so 8 p.m. next Tuesday, where we promise there'll be no safety cars. So